Hello and welcome back to the Simulated Trader. My name's Anthony, and today we are talking about Ocean 3 currencies, specifically the euro versus the dollar. So, real quick, Ocean 1 is bonds, the benchmark, basically the cost of money, or what you can basically park your money and get free money by loaning money to the government. Ocean 2 is gold, the fear barometer, how much trust do we actually have in the system itself. But today we're looking at Ocean 3 currencies, again, the euro versus the dollar. So, what is this telling us? This is telling us of these two currencies, and these are the two major currencies globally, right? We've got the US dollar, the US economy versus the European dollar, or excuse me, the euro. Of these two currencies, what that's defining is growth to a degree, okay, and trust. So when you're looking at the Euro USD relationship, if capital is rotating into the euro, what we're finding is that the global economy is growing. It's saying that we've got confidence that if we're going to spend our capital, we can spend our capital in growth activities. We can invest because the euro is less expensive than the dollar, right? So the euro will stretch further. So now you can invest in startups. You can invest in the magnificent seven of the seven major under stocks in the S&P and 500, S&P 500, excuse me. So that's giving us confidence, and that's growth. That growth breeds growth, right? So as we're seeing the euro climb, the dollar is weakening. That's a good thing. It's growth. Now you flip the script, and all of a sudden the euro is weakening and the strength of the dollar is increasing. Well, that's a little bit more panicky, and people are moving their capital back into the US dollar because the dollar is stronger. And then the dollar is strong, it's going to go farther and everything along those lines and everything that buys, right? So you can see the purse straps are starting to tighten as more that the euro is weakening and the dollar is strengthening. So now you look at these three oceans in combination. You've got bonds, the yields are going up and down. You've got the fear barometer with gold going up and down, and now you're looking at the currencies. So what kind of narrative is being played out? Are the yields stabilizing? Maybe they're sitting, it doesn't matter where they're sitting, in relationship to the whole thing, right? To the spectrum over the last year or whatever the case may be. You hear the Fed rates are cutting rates and so on and so forth, or not. So you've got what's the benchmark? The benchmark is paying, X percent. Okay. Gold is basically trading sideways, which is a good thing. And then we've got the euro. Euro's climbing. All right, so we've got the global economy is stable, and there's confidence, and people are taking their capital and they're investing in things, and we've got economic growth happening, which is a good thing. Now you've got the yields coming down. You've got gold kind of inching its way up, and then the US dollar is strengthening. Well, now things are starting to restrict a little bit. The parents, if you will, are starting to reduce the allowance, if you will, to the children. And now the dollar or excuse me, the currency isn't going as far. You can't buy as much as you could last time when the US dollar is strengthening versus the euro. So now you've got I don't want to go as far as restrictions, but you're restricted on what you can do with your capital. And again, keep in mind we're talking millions and billions of dollars here, so it's not thousands of dollars to the average retail trader. So now we've got three of the oceans under our belt, giving us a narrative. And again, I liken this to the soap opera analogy, right? This is something you pay attention to every day. You may not be trading every day, but you certainly want to keep an eye on these four assets, these four macro assets. We've covered bonds, gold, and currencies today. Next time, we're going to speak about oil, and that's going to be the fourth ocean. That's going to give us our holistic picture of what's going on from a global economic standpoint so that we can understand what's happening to the actual underlying that we trade. So, thank you for sticking with us to the end here. Uh, any questions, leave a like and subscribe below. And any comments, by all means, love to hear what you guys have to say. But we'll see you next time for Ocean 4 Oil.